The more recent vintage minhag is getting mezuzahs checked when there's a problem, or kesubah checked by a mekubal, and not checked to see if there's halachically a problem. You have problems in the house, so it could be you're not doing the mitzvah of mezuzah properly. You have to check all your mitzvahs, so make sure you're doing the mitzvahs properly. So you go to a sofer to check the mezuzah, to make sure that the mezuzah, if you never had them checked properly. But to go to a mekubal who's going to look at your kesubah, and he's going to say, oh no, you can't have that name, now change the name, we'll right away rip up the kesubah and change your name, change your wife's name, and write a new kesubah. So that's terrible, because that's halachically very problematic. Both the mezuzah one and the kesubah one. Why? Because if someone insists they go to a mekubal to check their mezuzah, so they can go to Eretz Yisrael, so they'll take all the mezuzahs from their house, they'll go to Eretz Yisrael. They're leaving their house without a mezuzah. That's a bittul mitzvah saseh every single second, that they're leaving their house without a mezuzah. Unnecessarily. If you need a check, so you have someone come check as quickly as you can. They're going to be away for 3 weeks, and for a month in Eretz Yisrael. Why leave the house without a mezuzah? That's terrible. You can't do that. By the kesubah, it's a bigger problem. Because by the kesubah, you can't just change a person's name and then write it in the kesubah. It's not them. It has to be kavua, that's their name. How you kaveya the new name, it has to be in use for 30 days already. But what do these mekubalim do? They'll rip up the kesubah right away and write that and write a new kesubah. So you use that kesubah, so you're violating the issur. The Gemara kesubah says that it's an issur to stay with your wife without a kesubah. You don't have a kosher kesubah in the house if that's your kesubah. So that's also a terrible thing, that they do such things. There's a tshuva in the Shailas Tshuva's Binyan Av, Chelik Gimel Even Ezer Siman Nun Zayin, Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul writes in a tshuva like this, that it's a terrible thing. These people, these mekubalim that check the kesubas and no halachic basis, they go and they convince people, oh, this is the reason you're having shalom bayis problems. Because this name, that's what the shalom bayis problems are all about. So Rav Bakshida Ron writes at the end of that tshuva that he heard from one of these people that Rav Vosner gave a haskama to this person. So he has printed in this tshuvas that he sent a letter to Rav Vosner. The letter that he wrote to Rav Vosner, Zichron Livracha, is printed in the tshuvas, and Rav Vosner's response is printed. And Rav Vosner writes that I've clarified what these people do. Ve'ein das chachamim nochei amenu. That this is not correct. Rav Vosner says, "Milvad b'ksuba shnimtzu b'psul al pi halacha." Unless you find a psul in the kesubah al pi halacha that there's a problem. Lasos kesubah dishtakach b'psulta, then you have a whole nusach of what you write. You write a nusach of a kesubah that you found a psul. Avalom meiser meshaleyasu lahachnis machshavos pa'amonim shemekreim ba'im lamikoch haksuba, to put these thoughts in people's head that what's happening to them is because of the kesubah chas v'shal b'makom l'oral tshuva meisim tovim. No, that what your job is to tell people to do tshuva meisim tovim. Not it has nothing to do with your mitzvahs meisim tovim. It has to do with the fact that your wife's name is Shira and I don't like the name Shira. Rip it up. No, nothing. You have to be more people tshuva meisim tovim. Kvar shalachti lo daiti b'zeh kama pamim. And he says, as far as this guy, I've already sent him many times what I think about it. Says Rav Vosner, ukanira hu misug kazeh she'inot tzayis. He says, it seems that he's from this kind of person that just doesn't listen. So what do you want me to do? I already sent him what I think.